Okay, here we are. I am on the bicycle today. I've got a different setup. The camera is mounted to my chest using a clip. This is the GoPro 8. And we are on our way today to Nagoya Keibajo Mae, which is a Keibajo is it's basically the horse track, but not for that, not for what you might imagine. I'm not going to gamble, but I'm going to get my Gaijin card renewed. As you may or may not know, I've been here for 27 years. Some people think I'm bragging when I say that. It's not a brag if you did it. It's not a brag, it's just a fact. And I've been alive for 27. That's all it is. Just telling you. And as you can imagine, I do have a permanent visa. However, that visa expires or has to be renewed. It doesn't expire. But it has to be renewed every few years. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to Nagoya Keibajo to renew the visa. Now, I've got the camera mounted right in front of my mouth, so the sound should be pretty good. I've got a styrofoam windsock to block out some of the wind. Of course, it won't take care of all of it, but I don't have a proper microphone set up to it, but I think it might be okay. We'll see soon enough. Oh, look at the desk. That's Sodai Gomi. As you may know, Sodai Gomi is large trash. And in Nagoya, back in the heydays of Nagoya, of Japan, Sodai Gomi is the way foreigners basically furnished their apartments when they came here. The way it works is Japanese would throw away their stuff by just leaving it outside, and foreigners would go through it and take stuff home that was still usable. And you might think, oh, it sounds like you're just picking garbage up, and yeah, but it's Japanese garbage, which is like gold. Even today, people throw away things that are perfectly good and work perfectly fine. There is a concept of used stores, but they don't do flea markets like we do back in the States, the USA, where I'm from. You rarely have someone, I've never seen a private residency have a flea market or a garage sale or anything like that. There is what they call recycle shops. In Nagoya, there's a chain called Kimball's. There's actually only two or three stores of this, but woo! But if you have something like what you just saw, that big piece of furniture, you would take it there. They would literally give you cents on the dollar for it. So I would imagine that thing that we just saw, they'd give you maybe $2 for, and they'd sell it for $1,000. And the Kimball store is full of junk like that.
I'm at Kimball's, which is basically a junk shop. They sell a lot of weird stuff here. So I'm gonna walk through the whole thing real quick. Articles always impresses me, the cheap Japanese dolls. Look at these. $3, 315 yen, 367 yen. Right, 315 yen, that's a weird one. I've never seen that there. 315 yen, 315 yen, 315 yen. Look at that. That's good. 1,000 yen, 840 yen, 315 yen, 525 yen. I shouldn't say junk, it's actually quite useful. Anyway, back in the days, things that I picked up were usable VHS machines, organs,
tons of furniture, little things, shelves, bookshelves, metal shelves, things like that. I mean, it goes on and on. Oh, here's, no, that's not one. But it's pretty useful. Now, what happened was, I believe it was after the Olympics or something big was happening. No, it was the World Expo, I think. They tried to clean up, or some you know, international event happened, and they were trying to clean up the city. And to make it a little bit more difficult, more organized, you had to buy a sticker at your local convenience store and put it on large pieces of furniture like that. Look at this. That's just someone dropped that. When someone drops something that looks like someone dropped it, people just put it on something like that, and hopefully the owner will come by and see it. Usually that will have a key or something, but there's no key on that one. Anyway, so for some reason, Nagoya, Japan started to organize the whole throwing your garbage away thing. What is that? It's tired. Oh, the dead bird. Tired. Oh, the dead bird. That's gross. Did you guys see that? This woman's gonna throw it away. She's looking for a garbage bag. ここにね、ここにゴミ箱あるから。よかったら。いや、もちろん。ありがとうございます。優しいね。そうじゃない。大丈夫？ Okay. So, it's a nice woman. Knows what to do. A lot of community oriented people here. I shouldn't have said oriented. But seriously, a lot of people are really good about things like that. One more. Hope I'm recording right here. Yeah. Anyway. So the way it works now is if you have large garbage and you want to get rid of it, depending on what it is. So I want to cross that one again. Depending on what it is, you pay, I think, something like 200 yen or 500 yen, depending on the size, and you stick it on the furniture, and you call the Sodaigomi people, and once, depending on where you live, once a month or twice a month they have a pickup, and they'll come and pick it up. Now, because of that, you're paying for that service, and you're paying for those people's, you know, work and salary, etc. So it is now illegal to steal the Sodaigomi. You can't pick it up anymore. So even if you see something really, really sweet, you're not supposed to take it. Now, the option could be, I suppose, for you to knock on the person's door and say, hey, can I have that? But now it's against the law to steal people's garbage completely. Isn't that funny? I'll tell you another reason for that. Let me go back to the Sodaigomi so you guys make sure you understand that. So let's say I see something really nice in the garbage and I take it. What happens is the person that was hired to come pick it up will arrive there and realize it's not there. He'll think that the owner forgot to put it out. So he'll call the owner. The owner will have to go look for it, you know, and realize someone's taking it, like me. And so it causes a problem. And that's why you can't take Sodaigomi anymore. Another thing that you can't do anymore is just take garbage, and the reason for that is because a lot of the garbage is recycled and it's actually worth money. And some of that garbage goes to the local community. So every community has little parks that they maintain in their ward, etc. It's let me see what time it is. 8:20 a.m. So a lot of people are going to work now. Get an idea of why the roads are cluttered with people. See if I can move this a little bit. I think the camera's a little bit tilted, isn't it? Well, just tilt your head when you watch this video, you'll be okay. This guy is paid by the city to take care of the bicycles. See these bicycles here? You have to pay now. This is a kind of a new thing too, which is really annoying, I think. So see these bicycle places here that I'm passing right here? You have to pay a monthly fee to park your bicycle there. And that monthly fee is about, I want to say like 100 yen a day. I think if you pay for the whole month, it's a little bit cheaper, but it gets rid of clutter, because again, some people just leave their bicycles there and they forget about them, and you have these trucks running around, driving around picking up whole discarded bicycles. Some guy made a video on YouTube about that. They're recycling the bicycles. What is that? Police officer. Anyway, so the communities, all communities in Japan, recycle cans and newspapers and such, and the money that they get from that goes towards the city, and I guess it's redistributed back to them. And what happened a few years ago was some, and we want to say gangsters, realized they could make money by just driving a truck around on the days that that garbage was put out and collecting all the bottles and cans and newspapers, and then selling them back to the recycling spots and making money, and thus depriving the city of that money. So they made that illegal too. I'm not sure, but you know, there's a guy on YouTube, a friend of mine actually, named Arg Gary, and I think, I may be wrong, I think he used to be in the business of recycling, but I think he dealt with large recycling jobs. Like, people would call him to go to a building that had been torn down and take away like tons of garbage. And he's much more professional. He did large scale things. I remember once he told me he sold someone gave him just a bunch of copper wire or something that he was able to sell. Maybe not copper, maybe I'm thinking of some TV show, but yeah, anyway, he was able to sell some wire for something like $600 that had been just discarded, you know. But again, if you don't know who to sell it to, it's basically worthless. Anyway, so we are now, by the way, a little bit south of Nagoya Station, west of Nagoya Station, and this particular station where they moved, this is where all the foreigners have to go to get their cards renewed and or apply for visas, all that crap. You know, the applications have to be put in there. It used to be in the city, like right in the city, but I guess it just cost too much because it was in a prime spot, the real estate spot, right? That man is wheeling around a baby carriage full of water bottles, like huge 2-liter water bottles. That was strange. So because of that, they moved it down near the horse race track, which is where I'm taking it now. See, that guy's late for work, and yeah, I should have taken a right back there, but I can take a right. I'll take a right off this road. Excuse my sniffling. Let's see, pink car. Wow, see, that's what I was talking about, the recycling. See, that's the recycling stuff. So it's illegal to take that, but you could make some money if you did. Here's some more recycling. See, it's a recycling day, and ironically, I'll be recycling my passport, my gaijin card, not my passport. It kind of seems like a kind of a factor area here. Stumble across. Let's see, we're going straight. Across another highway. We're gonna go straight and then take a right. I like the old neighborhoods. My right elbow is hurting me, giving me a little trouble because I've been doing a few weights. Give it a rest for a few days before I get back into the gym. Okay, typical neighborhood here. Japanese like to complain that the economy is bad, but they are forever building new buildings. This looks like an area that has not been built in for a while. None of the houses look very new. There's usually quite a mix. Some kind of cat hospital there. I don't know. Okay, now according to my Google Maps, if I walk to this place, it'll take me an hour and 6 minutes. So I'm hoping I get there in 20 minutes. Assuming my bicycle is at least 3 times faster than a walking person. Than a person walking. You like this neighborhood though? It's an old neighborhood. Rusty buildings. There's I think there are a lot of business opportunities. Well, you know what? There would be if the fact is Japan's population is actually shrinking. So I think even if you bought a bunch of nice buildings and tried renting them out in the future, it'll just get harder and harder to rent those out, right? That's a wow. So that too, we just passed a house that's $400,000 just built. Here's persimmon trees, by the way. See the persimmons up there? Woo! This is the persimmon time of the year. It's a persimmon time of the year. Those orange things, I get kind of sick of them because so many people give them to you as presents. And after a while you're like, okay, I've had enough. I don't need any more goddamn persimmons. They're called kaki in Japanese, which can be confusing because kaki is also same exact pronunciation, means, you know, with different kanji, means oyster. So here we go. We're going to be coming up to this intersection and taking a left. Now it says I have 1 hour and 1 minute left. So it looks like my estimation is right. That might be the Aonami-sen, I'm not sure. That truck, yeah, I think that's the Aonami-sen. I'm not sure, actually I'm not sure. No, maybe not. Kintetsu, yeah, it says right there. Kintetsu. So we want to take a left here. But we can't. So we'll just wait. Oh, I could cross. Here's a takoyaki stand. It's a cute one. Not open yet, of course. Nobody eats takoyaki for breakfast. People don't generally eat takoyaki for breakfast, but we have fish for breakfast. Let's see. I'm supposed to talk to myself now. I look like a freak talking to the camera. Yep. Okay, I think that's our signal now. The girl's trying to outrun me. Oh. Old people on bicycles here. Let's see. Okay, we're going to be going straight for a little while, then taking a right somewhere. I suppose I should be wearing a bicycle helmet just to be, you know, adult, but never really liked bicycle helmets. I guess in the winter though, it's no reason not to. It's cold. Summer's too fucking hot though. Excuse my French. I wonder how the French people think. What do the French people say? Do they say excuse my French, or do they say excuse my English? Anyone who's French, please look that up. So yeah, helmets. But there's no law in Japan regarding helmets for bicycles, I believe. Though it's stupid not to do that if you have a kid. I'll definitely make my kid. Yeah, so if I'm going to make my kid wear a helmet, I suppose I should wear a helmet too. The only proper thing to do. You know, walk the walk, right? Oh, here's another factory on the left. So as we get out farther out there to the Nagoya Keibajo Mae Eki, as you can see, we're getting farther away from purely residential areas and getting into areas that have more factories and such. The houses, there's more space, there's more sky. There's slightly fewer houses, I think, here. Feels that way. Let's see. Ah, recenter. Let me see. Yeah. Nagoya is just full of these tiny little streets. Now here's a little side street we can go down, so I think will allow me, oh maybe not, no, shouldn't do that. Hold on, let me look at this. Maybe I'm okay. Yeah, I think I can do this. There seems to be some side street. Not especially, well, not especially for bicycles, but it seems like very few cars are using this, so. So why not? Now I actually should be on a main road to the left of this road, but that's going to be crowded and full of cars, so this is much better for us. But now Google Maps is telling me to take a right here. I think we can go. I think we can go straight for a while. Yeah, we're gonna go straight on for a while because this is a nice side road. Look at the shrine. Looks like a shrine here. Yeah, nice residential area. Sorry if the camera's tilted. Oops. I was teaching my students, the word meisai came up in class. Meisai is camouflage in English, meisai in Japanese. And oh, huge crow. And we got into talking about how in America it's kind of a military thing, right? But in Japan it's quite, I imagine in America too, it's fashionable too, but here you'll see a lot of people with handbags and stockings, you know, women with stockings and guys with in shorts and pants. Everyone and Uniqlo sells t-shirts. Anyway, meisai is pretty common here. And I just saw a car covered with a meisai covering. Anyway, we got talking about valor, stolen valor specifically. It's kind of hard explaining how to Japanese that's a bad thing, right? Pretending to be a soldier. They were confused, like, what benefits can you get by wearing a uniform? They didn't get it, but apparently you can. Isn't this a beautiful, nice road? Look at that sky. Sky is very overcast, but beautiful nonetheless. Here's a little local garden.
Turn right.
That's telling me to turn right again. I think I can keep going straight for a while. Stay on the side road. Oops. Oh, beautiful park, huh? Look at that beautiful park. You hear the rustling of the leaves? Isn't that nice? Oh, there's a car behind me. I'm slowing down traffic for him. Sorry, guy. There you go. One thing you don't see very much in Japan are huge SUVs that you see in the States. Anyone who has them is kind of considered a freak. It's about as big as the car that just passed, about as big as you see. I mean, there are bigger ones, but they're rare. Okay. Now it's telling me, well, I can still, yeah, I guess I can go right. I can go left.
Turn right.
I could jump across traffic too. That's, oh, this is a pain in the ass. Trying to get across this road. And all the traffic. Look how clean this road, this underpass is though. No garbage at all. That's impressive. There is some weird thing about Japan with the garbage, that sometimes you'll find there'll be one little spot where everyone decides it's okay to throw garbage, and one of the spots is the beach. It's really sad. You go to the beach sometimes, it's just full of garbage. I've actually spent I think I actually might have a video of me from way back in the day, 480p days, where I was picking up garbage. On the beach. Of course my girlfriend thought it was kind of silly, but that sense of community that you see in your local neighborhood does not seem to exist in the country sometimes, or places like the beach. People seem to kind of just ignore it. That kind of garbage. And another place, places like this, for example, like if a few people started throwing garbage here, I think in a couple of weeks it'd be just full of garbage. See that old woman we just passed? I don't know if you noticed that she had orange hair. That's another weird thing. Yeah, this is Aonami line, Arako Station. Oh, I think, who lives around here? Oh no, nobody. An old friend used to live around here. He moved. So you look at this underpass. No garbage, but some underpasses will have tons of garbage in them for some reason. So the neighbors here take care of it, make sure it doesn't get built up. And I'm sure you guys have heard that the broken window theory. Here we go. Oh, should have taken them right back there. Sorry. Damn, that's all right. It's nice. This little, look at all the plants there. Oh, look at that. See, this is something that's great about Japan. I love this. Look at this neighborhood. This is a safe neighborhood. And the reason you know, look what somebody did. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Someone has their decorations. That's cute. And they have all the plants out and nobody steals them. And even over here, which is not their property, I'm sure the old woman who, I'm assuming it's an old woman who, yeah, I'm Texas, who lives there, has decided to claim it and grow things there. Over here on the right, you see all the pet bottles, which are there to keep the cats from peeing. Oh, this is a nursery school over here, just noticed. Those pet bottles there, those plastic water bottles are there because there's a myth. There's a myth that they keep cats away, so cats won't be there. I would do anything I could keep cats from pissing on my lawn. Cat piss sucks. Here's a little ditch, empty now, but I think full in the summer. You see frogs and turtles and stuff in there. I don't know where the water goes in the winter. I'm sure someone can answer that question, but, or maybe it's an anti-preventing ditch, anti-flooding ditch, you know. Hi gozaimasu. Kawaii. Cute little kids. Once you have kids, you start greeting other people's kids more, which is fine if they know that, but maybe I just look like a freak or a weirdo or a stalkerish type. Okay, we're coming up. But should take a right here. It says 35 minutes if I walk, but I'm on a bicycle, so I'm hoping 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the longest, because there's always a line at these places. So there's going to be a line there. I'm gonna cross over here. There's going to be a line for sure. So we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. There's gonna be a line at the immigration. All these people trying to get their immigration cards, you know, the gaijin cards. One funny thing about those places, though, is that I don't know what we'll see today, but in the past, one of the things that sticks out will be a businessman, middle-aged businessman, oldish, middle-aged, with the passport of like 7 or 8 women, which will be either from the Philippines, Thailand, or Russia, and they're here on entertainment visas. Let's go to here because it's a little bit nicer here. We'll peek into the park here. It's a nice chilly day. It's great for bicycle riding because you don't sweat as much as you usually do. Hands get a little cold, but it's fine. Parks everywhere in Japan. For all the lack of children, there definitely isn't a lack of space for them to play. There was a special on the news segment the other day about some Japanese kid who lived in a town where they didn't have a park in his neighborhood. So he petitioned the local government to build a park, and they did. He's a little hero. That was cool. Like 10-year-old kid. Here he went to their local, not city hall, but their local hall. Oh, Minami Arako station. So we have one more station. We petitioned the local government to build a park. I'm sure stuff like that happens everywhere, but the world is not that different, I think, in the end. A lot of people are fascinated with the differences, but yeah, well, it is. The differences are fascinating, right? But I don't think we should obsess over them. There's beauty, I think, in every culture, and every city has their own unique characteristics and qualities, and things that we can appreciate if we just open our eyes and look around. I've often thought it'd be nice to see other videos like this in other parts of the world, where people just walk around and point things out to you. This man is employed by the city. He's cleaning up. He's probably a retired salaryman. Could be. I mean, I've met some in the past and I've talked to them. What'll happen is, after you retire from your salaryman position, you have nothing to do, and your life is basically meaningless unless you give it meaning. One of the ways to give it meaning is to get a job helping the city, right? By doing things like that, like cleaning up parks, or in the old days it used to be arranging bicycles at stations. Now, because as I showed you a few minutes ago, that's a beautiful, beautiful fall day. Arranging bicycles at stations now is not such a problem because they've made it parking mandatory. You can't just leave your bicycle anywhere anymore. You have to park it and pay, which is really hard on motorcyclists. It's getting harder and harder to park a motorcycle, which I guess means it's just as well that I sold, or that I don't ride a bike anymore. I didn't really sell it. It got trashed. Yeah, motorcycle accident. Oh, beautiful colors, huh? I've wanted to see a few of the colors, so I guess this is my chance. Look at that. It's nice, huh? It's gorgeous. Yeah, so in the old days, old men, after retiring from their positions as salarymen, would get jobs with the city, arranging bicycles or cleaning up parks or doing minor jobs like this. But the pay was incredibly low. Basically $100 yen an hour. So, you know, it was more of a way to give them, you know, something to do, I think, rather than a way to make money. I have that car. Now I'm on this street. I'm gonna go on the sidewalk here just to be a little safer. Now Google says I'm still 20 minutes away walking and 15 minutes away in actual time, but of course I'm on a bicycle, so I think we're gonna make it. Here we're entering some kind of apartment complex, maybe a danchi, I'm not sure. Danchis, by the way, are city subsidized apartment buildings, and I guess you do have people who can't afford regular housing living in them, but it's a lottery system, so basically anybody can apply. It's generally a lottery system. Anybody can apply,
Turn left.
and if you're lucky, you get a really, really cheap, nice apartment. Oh, here we go. I've been here before. This is Aonami line. This is Nakajima station. So one more. You get a really, really nice apartment for nickels on the dollar, nickels on the dime. I don't know what's the expression. But I had a friend who actually did that recently. I'll make a video. He was living in a Leo Palace for like 56,000 yen a month, and it's just a one room, right? One fairly large room, but still just one room, the whole apartment, right? It was furnished minimally. Oh, actually, I want to turn left here. Let's check where this car goes. We're going to the sidewalk though. Well, I can do that. And by some bizarre twist of fate, he was able to get into a danchi because he fit some weird criteria, which I guess was being a single male. I guess they have to let the, you know, they have certain requirements, and they need certain families, certain number of families, certain number of whatever. Anyway, for some, I don't know, I can't explain it, but for some reason they said, yeah, you can have it. So he's getting a 3 LDK, or 3DK, which means 3 big rooms, 3 rooms and a kitchen dining area for less than he was paying at the Leo Palace. And it's nice. I mean, it's sweet. Yeah, he took a video of it and sent it to me, just asked me my opinion, and I showed it to students as just a, you know, activity. How much would you estimate this room would go for? And everyone said like, oh, 100,000 or 120,000, 80,000. Anyway, much more than he's actually paying. So if you do come to Japan and or if you live in Japan and you're looking to get a cheaper housing, look into danchi. You know, you can live in a shithole for a while and then apply for a danchi and maybe get lucky. People always moving. People always moving out. Let's see. Now it says I'm 9 minutes away, and I'm 11 minutes away real time. Google says 9 minutes away, so it looks like I'm going to make it. It was great. Beautiful autumn trees, huh? As you can see, there's very few people here though. Cars, but very few people walking. There seems to be a side road over there on the left. This is good. My wife yesterday, I was telling her, I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna ride my bicycle out there. And she said, oh, that's nice. And then a few minutes later, she says, hey, do you know, tomorrow, why don't you just ride your bicycle out there? You know, good exercise. Like, I just told you that like 30 minutes ago, baby. You know, she was busy cooking. Guess that happens. I guess I gotta be angry. You never listen to me, but you know, whatever. Okay, take a left here, and then take a right here. What's going on here? I don't know. Japan is full. Oh, immigration! There it is. Immigration! We're there! Oh my God! Isn't that great? We're there. 2 minutes away by foot. It's on foot. It says. But of course, I'm on a bicycle, so calculate 30 seconds. Park the bicycle. Get in line. I'm sure there'll be a whole bunch of third worlders waiting in line. No, shouldn't say third world. Developing people from developing countries who are getting their cards for the first time. Yeah, I would say Japan's especially a great place to live if you're coming from a country that pays dollars a day. You know, in Japan you make more in an hour than you make in most of the countries making a day. Great place. And I'm seeing a lot of Nepalese and Vietnamese coming over now and working here in izakayas and convenience stores. Jitensha kotsui ka. Woo. ここでいいですか? ありがとうございます. Wow, look, the wind is amazing now. Just picked up. You know, back in the day, you just run into people who, you know. People who, yep, we're here. So it took me, what time is it now? 8:50? Oh, bicycle's moving. Oh no. Oh, I keep that from moving. lock the front bicycle there. I'll lock this wheel up here. Okay. Gozaimasu. These are the people who work here, I'm pretty sure. Salaryman. Whew. Persons and groups who come on unlawful business such as group protests, etc. are not permitted to enter the controlled area. Oh, group protests. Oh, this guy's got a t-shirt. Sugoi. That's crazy. T-shirt, it's cold as hell. He's a young'un. Must be a young'un, huh? Oh, there's a jail here, by the way. I forgot that. Oh, konnichiwa. Hi, 今から消す。So it's a few minutes later, I'm on the iPhone now, this little addendum. So I went in, they gave me a form, I filled it out, the Filipino woman answered all my questions. She insisted speaking English, I didn't care. That's fine. And it's a train, Onami-sen in the background. And I filled out the form, it was basically name and address, you give them the card. They cut the photograph out, I had the photographs taken in a little passport, booth for 800 yen. She cut out my picture for me, pasted it on to my form for me. I handed it in to another desk, and they said, okay, it'll be like 15 minutes. And that was it. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah, so in 15 minutes I'll have my card. I'll be on my way. It's 9, and I finished at exactly 9:01, the whole application process. So, which is pretty amazing. Because in the old days, it would be like 5 hours of hell here, just waiting. Just waiting, and lines and lines. That's what immigration reminds me of, the old days. You know that. Big group. Oh, there's a Lawson's here. A place to eat and wait. Yeah, but it takes forever to get anything done. Okay. I'm dehydrated from a bicycle ride, so let's get something to eat. You get here really early, that's one thing. And there are almost no lines, but you can see there's already a few people there ahead of me. Like 5 people had already started filling out their applications. So. But yeah, there's only 3 people ahead of me right now, so we'll be done soon. Okay, I'm gonna go take a leak now. Information you do not need to know. It's very clean, the toilets here at the immigration, but the sinks are super old-fashioned. I haven't seen this kind of sink in a long time. Yeah. You actually have to press it with your own hand. But the water does come out. And this is up to date. It's now 9:17 and I just finished. I'm getting back on my bicycle. It should be warming up. Still a very cloudy, ugly day. Look at the sky. But I'm done, which is amazing. The whole process took me from leaving my house, which is about, as I told you, like an hour away, to now. Well, now I gotta go back, so. It's taking me 15 minutes to get down here. Well, we'll see the length of the video, right? Whatever that was. Okay. Let's go. I got the GoPro now on the bicycle handlebar. So, right here. See if the stabilization's any better than strapped to my chest. I think it won't be, but we'll see. I wonder if I could switch out of this Google Maps. Yeah. Okay. Look at this beautiful street here. I'm just gonna pop my bicycle over. There we go. So we can see. What a beautiful street. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. There we go. That's nice, huh? Gozaimasu. La 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 la. I got a hotel, I got a mansion, forget the price. Bum, bum, bum. Ain't never been there, they tell me it's nice. What is this for? That's kind of a weird thing. I don't know what that's for. See the crows? Oh, there's a cat. Hey, little kitty. Hey, little kitty. What's up? Yeah, there's another cat over there, huh? There's a cat. There's a black cat over there in the bushes. Oh, and there's another cat. There's a black cat over there. And there's another cat on the fence. Hello, cat. You are sitting perilously. Perilously. Is that right? Beautiful day though. Now I'm heading back to the school. Beautiful street. Another cat. We're in Cat City. Tiny little neighborhood. Let me go through here. Go through the park. Oh. Old man exercising. That's good. There's a pull-up bar. So I can do any pull-ups. Okay. Whew. not very good, but it's something. Let's get back on the road. Beautiful park. There's two people in this park, they're both old. One of them is exercising. One of them is just sitting and enjoying his day. Oh, there's another person over there. The dog. Seems to be a few people on that side of the park. So we're going to go over there. Okay. Ready? Pretty park though, right? The views. Oh, people playing gate ball. This is an old sport that people used to, I used to see much more when I first came to Japan. People playing gate ball. Gozaimasu. Sugoi kaze. You see the leaves all flying away. There's an old man exercising. Let's get out of that. There's some construction. A lot of construction this time of year. People's budgets are running out, so they gotta spend all their budget money. Gozaimasu. Before, well, the smell, you can't smell it, but of course, it smells like earth. It's a good smell, good clean dirt. So here we are in another little neighborhood, nothing special here. These houses are pretty spacious, pretty big, some of them. Some of them are pretty tiny. I guess they're all mixed here. There's a crow. Check out this crow. See? The crow's going through the garbage. Hey, crow. He's not even bothering running. He's like, I need that garbage, so where'd he go? No, he flew. He finally flew away. There's a house back there with a wooden gate. You don't see that much. It's getting a little windier here. Apartment complex is on the right. House is on the left. Nothing open yet, but there are a bunch of stores on the right here. Head east. What does that mean? See this house on my, when you turn left, it's going to be on my right. See that? That's an old-fashioned type of house up there. Oh, here's an electrical power plant of some sort. Google, I'm just following the orders from Google Maps. It says turn right, turn left, turn right. Another huge crow up here on the fence. See him there? Some oranges, an orange tree. Bellissimo. Oh, this is a crematory or a funeral home. So turn right. I'm confused. I don't know what's. Go check the map. That says turn left. Turn left, okay. Turn left and go straight for a long, long way. For your benefit, I'll go over the overpass here instead of going on the street, so you guys can see. Typical thing in Japan, these walkways, pedestrian walkways. And they're equipped for bicycles as well, as you can see. You see the city a little bit from up here. Not much to see. So that was 2 hours away, but now I'm an hour and a half away from Sakae. I'm heading there. There's a garage to my left that has they put a big, there's a big yellow VW on the roof. And a Spider-Man on the roof. I wonder if that's something that's copywritten. I'll show you guys what I mean. Over here. The place doesn't look like it's open yet, but look at this. See the Spider-Man up there, and the VW on the right. Pretty funny, huh? Okay, let's get back to our route. I believe it's this way. I like the side streets, they're quieter than the main streets. Of course, Google wants to take you on the main streets. That's fine though. Oh, but I have no choice up here because it's a dead end. Something's going on over here though. Not sure what. Oh, they're doing a little construction, a little pothole. Doing a little pothole. It is chilly. I feel like it's gotten colder this morning. Is it possible it's getting colder as the day gets longer? Of course, the day's not even getting long, it's just starting. But, going to be going up this long street. What's this? Oh. Not much to see here though. Just a long street. Not very interesting. My hands are not cold, but the wind makes me cold. I met a guy at the immigration named Mark McWater. He teaches hockey. Find people doing what's interesting, different things in Nagoya. He says he works at the also works or hangs out a lot at the Old Cannon hockey rink. We'll be there this weekend. That might be an activity to teach my son. He's never been ice skating before. He might like to try to learn how to do that. Can't even ride a bicycle yet, so I gotta get him started on activities like that. Hello, kitty. Whew, it is chilly. Crossing over this way now. Oh, there's a hearse. JQ shop. Look at that. It's a new modern one. The old-fashioned Japanese hearses are really, really cool. Okay. Yeah, nothing much to see except just a city road, so maybe I'll pass the camera. GoPro off. Does that work? I don't know if that worked. Didn't work. Let's see. GoPro off. GoPro camera off. GoPro turn off. I guess the voice activation is not on. I do this by hand, the old-fashioned way, with my actual fingers. So here we have a major street thoroughfare. We have kindergarten kids getting going somewhere. And I was just riding my bicycle up the street when I noticed this. A little Buddha. Really interesting. It looks like it's really old. It looks like there might be the kanji for safe. And this one I can't go. Oh, yes, safe. And this is traffic. So basically, this is a little Buddha to protect people from traffic accidents, I guess. Signs been worn away by time. Can't do anything with that anymore. Interesting. The kids gonna have a great day today. Hope you guys have a great day too. Let's get back to the bicycle.